Hey everyone, the Talking Tears here, and for today's video we're going to talk about the top 3 things, 1, 2, 3, that you can do today to help you grow as an indie artist now. These are really easy things. Number 1, complete your profile. This one seems pretty straightforward, but I can tell you it's a problem. I've been listening to artists myself, and sometimes I'll be like, wow, this band is great, I would love to hear more, and then I'll go to pull up their profile and there's nothing there. Or I'll go to try to follow them on Twitter or something like that, nothing there. So it's important. You may have fans out there that can't find you. So complete your profile. That's number 1. That's a way to definitely organically bring in some new listeners, or I should say bring in listeners that are already there that want to hear more. Number 2, and this one is very important, especially if you're looking to grow in your, not just in your numbers as far as your audience reach, but also growing as an artist as far as making progress, becoming better, making more quality material. So number 2 is be receptive to feedback. This one I personally struggled with in the past. Anyone who knows me, who's followed me for a long time, can tell you, oh yeah, yep, he definitely did. So what I would say about this is even negative feedback can actually be very useful. It's all about having the right state of mind to really look at it for what it is. So there's a couple of things I want to say about this. If you're using a website like submithub.com, something like that, where you are using a service where other people are listening to your music and providing feedback, you're going to get a lot of different feedback. Some of it's going to be good, some of it's going to be bad. You're going to get some of both. Prepare yourself for that right off the bat. Okay, there's no such, even people who are amazing are going to get negative feedback. There's some people out there who don't like the Beatles. I can't imagine, but they exist. When you get any sort of negative feedback, it's important to look at it for what it is. So sometimes if someone's saying something like, hey, you suck, I don't like your face, or something like that, or wow, you're dumb, something like that, that's not really genuine feedback. That's really more a reflection of them and whatever they're going through in life. So just kind of take that for what it is. If someone says something about song specifics, such as hey, the drums are a little too high in the mix, or the song is a bit too repetitive, things like that, that is what's called creative criticism. That's when someone's telling you something that really can help you to grow as an artist. So I personally keep a spreadsheet where I keep track of the different feedbacks, and I look for any trends. And if I'm seeing things that are being pointed out by multiple people, that tells me that that probably is an issue that I should learn about. You know, if a lot of people are mentioning things like, hey, this could use some mastering, this could use some volume improvement, things like that, then that tells me time to go back to the drawing board and maybe learn more about that aspect of recording or music in general. So one more final note about this is also to use a buffer with positive feedback. So if you're just sharing your music with your friends and your family, they're probably going to be, and this isn't always the case, but they're probably going to say things like, "Yeah, you're doing great. Your music's awesome, dude." Might not be. It might be terrible. Uh, but it might be one of those things where they just don't want to hurt your feelings. So there is a real value in sharing your music with strangers so that you're going to get a more honest feedback from them. And number 3, and this one, in my personal opinion, is the most important, and I also think that this one is the most overlooked in the indie music community, and that is to support one another. Interact with people that do listen to you. If it's just one person that's listening to you, get to know them. Be their friend. Listen to their music. Maybe do what you can to support them. Share their music. Give them some feedback, whatever it may be. One thing that I think a lot of people forget is that a lot of people who make music also listen to music. They're a lot of times they're really big music fans themselves. So if you're connecting with people in the indie music community, a lot of times those are people who are potential listeners too. So when you're helping other artists to succeed in whatever aspect, you're also kind of helping yourself. So it's a win-win situation. So that is my final piece of advice. It may be a really slow kind of growth, but it is organic. It's real. It's not something that you're paying for. It's not fake. It's a genuine kind of growth. And just remember, we're all in this together, and remind yourself of why it is that you make music. I know for me, it's because it's a cathartic experience, and it's a great way of expressing my emotions. So just remind yourself of that, and set realistic expectations for yourself, and you will be successful as an indie musician in whatever way that you define success. Best of luck to you.